Hello, students, and welcome to episode 4 of Coach Stroud's What to Read While Quarantined. It is good to see you guys again. I know I keep saying it over and over again, but I miss you guys. I miss you and I love you deeply. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help you out, or let me know what books you might want to talk about or have me talk about. I'd love to have y'all comment with your ideas. Today, I wanted to focus on two books that kind of feature a little bit of teenage angst. One of them is by far probably the most. It's by far the best teenage angst books you can probably come across, and it is S.E. Hinton's The Outsiders. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, why, Coach Stroud, is this the most teenage angst book out there? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's because it was written by a teenager. Yes, that's right. S.E. Hinton. She published this book when she was, I believe, 16 or 17 years old. That is right from the source. You cannot get more teenagery than that. This book is an amazing piece of literature. It has been taught in classrooms across the country and even in other parts of the world. It is a beautiful representation of how life was back in the day, about 50, 60 years ago. So S.E. Hinton's The Outsiders. Now, I want to read the back of it to you really quick, if that's okay. This is a historic story of friendship and belonging. Ponyboy can count on his brothers and on his friends, but not on much else besides trouble with associates. A vicious gang of rich kids whose idea of a good time is beating up greasers like Ponyboy. At least he knows what to expect until the night someone takes things too far. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like a book about meeting girls, talking to different people, growing up and experiencing new things, on the run from the law, and possibly murder, then this is definitely the book for you. This is S.E. Hinton's The Outsiders. Please give it a check out. Now, you're probably thinking, where can I find that book? Chances are you might actually have that book in your house already. As I said before, it's a common piece of literature. It's definitely something that many of your parents might have actually read while they were in high school. Maybe they still have a copy, maybe they don't. Your library definitely will have copies of it. Amazon does as well, so does eBay. Get on the phones, call your library, see if you can't get a copy of that book. S.E. Hinton's The Outsiders. Very good. Now, this next book, some of you might think while I'm talking about it, why would I pick this book here? It's a little bit on the younger edge. But I'm here to tell you something. Just because a book says it's for ages 9 to 12 does not mean you have to be between ages 9 and 12 to read it. I didn't read this book until I was an adult, and I got a lot from it. That's because the story is very rich, and the characters are beautifully written. It is Jerry Spinelli's Crash. Now, some of you might already recognize Jerry Spinelli's name. He's a very famous young adult author. One of the most common ones that I can think of right now off the top of my head is Maniac McGee. Beautiful story. Jerry Spinelli, awesome author. Crash here, in my opinion, though, is actually his best piece of literature. And the reason why it is because it accurately shows what you teenagers, or in this case, Crash Coogan, a 7th grader, what they go through in life, how they're growing up. Jerry Spinelli definitely locks in and talks about kids from their perspective in this most critical time of growing, and the way they see the world, the way Crash sees the world is very enlightening, because I as an adult would stop and go, did I look at the world that way? And the answer is yes, I did. I did look at the world that way, and so does every other adult who now can look back and see Crash Coogan actually is pretty honest here. Now, Crash goes through a lot of growing as well. The stuff that he experiences with his best friend and with the kid down the street that he likes to pick on and bully and stuff like that. It's a beautiful tale of coming of age for Crash. I highly suggest you take a look at it. Again, this is a very common title as well, Jerry Spinelli's Crash. You might have it on your bookshelf already, maybe not, but check your library, call them up, look on Amazon, look on eBay. I know, again, for a fact that Amazon and eBay are still doing orders and deliveries and things of that nature. So even now that you're quarantined, unfortunately, you can still get some of these titles for really cheap. sent to your house. Again, Crash and The Outsiders, I probably paid $1.25 for each copy, just so you know. All right, guys, that's it for today. I look forward to seeing you guys soon, talking to you. Please let me know if there's anything I can do for you. I miss you guys. I love you. Let me know what other books you want me to talk about. That would be awesome, too. Have a great quarantine break. Bye.